The Dallas Cowboys placing the franchise tag on George Pickens is absolutely common sense, and the negative connotation of it is, quite frankly, incompetent. The Dallas Cowboys placing the franchise tag on George Pickens gives him exclusive negotiating rights over other teams to try to pry him away so they can sign him to a long-term extension. And it's the right thing to do. If you're an organization, are you going to let your receiver, who was an all-pro wide receiver in his fourth season at the age of 24 years old, who had 93 receptions for over 1,400 receiving yards and 9 receiving touchdowns, are you going to let him hit the free agency market where other teams can sign him to huge extension and you possibly lose him? Or are you gonna place a franchise tag on him where you have exclusive negotiating rights to sign him to a contract extension or let him play on a tag for $28 million? I think I'm gonna pick the second option every single time with the franchise tag, and I think that most teams do that. The Dallas Cowboys, of course, they kind of gotten, in my opinion, an unfair narrative in terms of not paying their players or waiting forever to pay them. And yes, they've done that with Dak Prescott, but with Micah Parsons, that whole thing was a different thing in itself. And also, mind you, the Cowboys, they offered like a $42 million per year, but that was a whole different story of what happened in 2025. We're not going to revisit that. But with George Pickens, though, like I mentioned, the type of season that he had last year, the Cowboys trading a third-round pick for him and getting way more than they thought on their investment with George Pickens and the performance that he had, really rising up to being a top 5 wide receiver in the league. And the rapport with him and CeeDee Lamb being there as well too to help not only mentor him, but really them being arguably the best wide receiver duo in the league. George Pickens is going to be a Dallas Cowboy for a long time, and he's going to be 25 in the 2026 NFL season, so he's very young. He hasn't even reached his peak, quite frankly. And you look at what Pickens was able to do in year 1 of the offense with a Dak Prescott, who's a top 7 to 10 quarterback in the league. As Pickens had his best year in 2025, the only way is up, and that furthers into a conversation about the Cowboys in terms of what they can potentially do in the 2026 season. We know that they hired defensive coordinator Christian Parker on January 22nd. A Vic Fangio disciple also worked in Denver as well too as a secondary coach, and he's hired a staff that has a lot of young, talented coaches. Defensive line coach Marcus Dixon, Derek Ansley, the defensive passing game coordinator, Ryan Smith, the secondary coach, among other coaches as well too. The Dallas Cowboys, they're trying to build something to really further complement, like I said, with George Pickens on the offensive side, and that dominant offense is one of the best offenses in the league, to supplement that defensively and really have this team to be a contender in the 2026 season. And it's very possible as long as you supplement that with the adequate personnel from a free agency standpoint, as they can create over $100 million in salary cap space to help spend in free agency, being aggressive, and also in the draft, addressing that secondary, addressing linebackers and further depth on that second level as well too. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below about the whole George Pickens franchise tag drama and stuff like that too, all the controversy around it. Like I said, it's the right thing to do. And then also what you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to do from a offseason standpoint in the free agency and draft. Check out the full video on YouTube at Attack on Sports where me and Ray talk about the Dallas Cowboys, the right moves that they should make in the 2026 offseason to make them true contenders in the 2026 season. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at AJ Russ. Give God glory in all that you do. Stay tuned for more videos, and y'all keep being blessed and being legendary. Swag.